Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Get Rich 101. I'm your host, I'm Sekou, and I'm an author. I'm an author. I'm an author. I have to repeat it to remind myself, to remind you that I'm an author. So I've got several books. I've got several books. I've got like 5 or 6 books, I think, that are available on Amazon. But the one I've been talking to you about the most is Hack Hack Your Pain Now. Hack Your Pain Now. And I just got to get started. I just got to get started by talking about this book. So I keep trying to explain to you that it's like someone else wrote this book. Like someone else wrote this book. And so it's very hard to articulate it, but when I hear the words, I'm like, oh, that's a nice turn of phrase. I wonder who did that, without realizing that was me. It's a strange feature. So anyway, this morning, Fee read from this book to me, and she read, oh man, what was the name? I think it was Sacrifice. I think that was the theme, to Sacrifice. And what I remember is that in this book that I wrote, I talk about this biosphere that was created by scientists, and in this biosphere, everything was planned to perfection. Everything was working perfectly, except the trees would fall over. What? Yeah, the trees would fall over. So they would grow to a certain height, and they would fall down. Like, what's going on? Right? Everything's perfect. And they kept trying and trying and trying and trying, and they kept having the same effect. The trees would grow, and then they fall down. And then they figured it out. You know what it was? You know what it was? They forgot wind. They forgot wind. Now, mind you, wind is something, out here in the world, right? Like, it's invisible. We have to really think of wind. Like, oh, what about wind? And that was it. Because without wind in a perfectly self-contained biosphere, the roots, the trees didn't have the chance to develop roots. They did not have to develop roots because there was nothing pulling them, pushing them, right? And so they just grew straight up and then fell over. But when there was wind, when there was something to push against them, then they started developing roots. And then they grew roots out, and it kept them standing straight up. I was like, wow. First of all, I'm like, wow, I knew that. I knew that enough to write it down. And it's a great example. And the thing that I want to talk about is sacrifice. Because, oh wait, I was supposed to have a theme. I was supposed to have a theme this week. Well, what was my theme? Oh, I forgot my theme. Well, next time I'll have a theme. I'll have a theme throughout the week. So anyway, and I lost my train of thought trying to think of the theme. Okay, so the what was I thinking? Oh my goodness. Okay. So the trees were growing now, right? So what you had to remember is that it needs friction. It needs just a little bit of friction in order to grow. And we're talking about, just regular winds. We're not talking about furious winds or anything. We're talking about regular wind, just enough to push the tree a little bit this way, a little bit that way, and that makes it grow its roots, right? Now, this is important. So after that, there is sacrifice. That's what I talk about in the book that I wrote, right? I talk about sacrifice. You've got to create your own wind tunnel. You've got to create your own wind tunnel because you will grow from friction. You will grow from friction. The more calamity that comes for you, the more calamity that comes for you, the better you get at pushing back against it, the better you get as a person. And that's not something you think about, but it's true. The more you get push a little bit this way, you get pushed a little bit this way, you get to form the roots to keep you upright, right? And so that's an amazing point. Like I have created a little bit of a wind tunnel, and that's running. That's running for me. And I've I was thinking about it today while I was running. I was thinking like, yeah, I have developed a wind tunnel of running every day by committing myself to running at least a mile every single day. Every single day. That's 400 and something 400 and something 420 something miles now. Wait a minute, not miles. 420 something days that I've been doing this every day. And that's the second time I've done it because the first time I've done it, I did it 409 days before the stroke took me out. And I think, wow, I mean, it's just become a part of who I am, right? But I was doing this podcast the other day. I think I told you, and it was like they were so impressed by the fact that I was running every day. And it's like, yeah, but you're runners, you run it too, right? And they're like, yeah, we're runners, but we've never run every day. I was like, wow, even amongst the uncanny, I developed a way to be uncanny. Ooh. Even amongst the uncanny, I've developed a way to be uncanny, right? I've found my own wind tunnel. And you've got to find your own wind tunnel. You've got to find your own wind tunnel. You got to find it. You got to build it yourself. Because if you don't, life is just going to happen a little bit. Just a little bit of wind, if any. And you just go through life. But if you create wind tunnels, if you can create wind tunnels to buffer yourself this way and buffer yourself that way, then you will create a total new biosphere with trees that are planting their roots and are strong and sturdy. All right. So that was really great. That came once again from my book, V King reading my book to me. And I was like, wow, that was really good. And it was quick. It was quick, easy. She read me the whole chapter like that. Look at that. I did it. I did it with my right hand side. Yes. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share. I just wanted to really point out the fact that book is a strong book. It's a strong book. And if that example I just gave you didn't get you, then nothing else will. Find your own wind tunnel. Find your own. All right. So anyway, let's get into some money. And let's read our affirmation and talk about some money. I am so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. I am so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. Ashe. Let me see what's happening in the comments. Oh, yes. Rev Mel is telling me that she loves that story about the wind. I mean, and I don't even remember knowing this thing about this biosphere and these trees and everything, but it's a great story. Find your own wind. Build your own wind tunnel. Find a way to bolster yourself. Yes, thank you, Rev Mel. All right. Let's see. P King is inviting the neighborhood, inviting everybody. Start your theme. I'm not sure what. I'm supposed to start. Let's see what else. Command. Oh yes, she's uh, she's confirming for me that it was commandment number 4, which was sacrifice. Commandment number 4, sacrifice. Thank you, Fee King. Thank you, Fee King. And let's see. Let's see. All right, I think that's it for the comments. There's a couple of them I couldn't quite understand, but anyway, I'll move on. Okay, so that was really great. That was really great. And so I feel like the universe is speaking to me. The universe is speaking to me because I told you I went to the barber, got my cut, right? I got my cut, and I told you the story about my barber. My barber just blew me away. I'm just going to give you a quick summary. So he came back to win the pool game with 3 balls down. He had to get 3 balls down, and his partner who was playing against, we had to get 1 ball in. And I was like, I didn't feel like he was going to win. Like he was going to win, but he won, and how he played it affected me, and so I've been trying to effectively play my money since then. That's only been a few days, but since then I've been trying to play my money a little more aggressively, and so I've got some things I want to share. Okay, so with Forex, I've been playing around a little bit. So what I did was I bought. Well, I guess I could tell you some of the names. Yeah, because you get used to it. So I'm looking at MetaTrader 4, and I was looking at I get confused with the names sometimes. The Great British Pound versus the odd okay, GBP versus AUD. AUD, I'm pretty sure is for um, what's that word? That country? Australia. I think that's Australia. So anyway, I bought the when the size was going up, when the size was going up, I bought, and I did well, and I went up so far, and it did well, and I clocked out. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I clocked out, but then I started thinking about my bartender. No, not my bartender. My barber. I was thinking, all right, let's try a little more. So I bought back in right after I sold. So I sold, and then I bought right back in. So I got to a high point, and I sold at a low point. So it's been kind of moving slowly down. Now, under normal circumstances, I would have clocked out. I'd have clocked out quickly, right? But this time, I'm giving myself enough time to play a little bit, because I was listening to Rich Dad Poor Dad this morning while I was running, and they say it was his father, his rich father, that said, "Listen, you got to play like a Texan. You got to play like a Texan. You got to fight big. You got to fight strong." And I was like, all right, I'm gonna play. So that's what I'm doing on Forex. So that's what I'm doing. I know none of you are on Forex yet, so you just understand that there are teams, they are like pairs. So GDP and AUD is one of these pairs. It's just one of many pairs. And so I'm just picking one and I'm trying it out. So that's what's happening. So I have more to tell you about that soon. Now, also, separate aside, I didn't know that you guys were going to pick up on me talk about the weekend hustle. Now, I know I made up names for this many times because I can't quite remember what it's called, but it was invented by Tim Sykes. Yes, Tim Sykes, who's a phenomenal dude. You should check him out for sure. So he had both his arms in a cast, both his arms, to walk around like this, right? And he had nothing to do, so he was trying to figure things out, and he was trying to figure out how to make money, and he figured out how to make money, and now he's a multimillionaire who makes other people multimillionaires. So this is what he talked about. He talked about the weekend. I forget the title, but I'm going to call it the weekend hustle. The weekend hustle, right? So this is great because the stock market is so vast. It's so vast. It's so vast. There's so many different ways to play it, right? So this is a way to play it that's small and gives you a significant thing to focus on. So today's Friday. That's the day that he begins this weekend shuffle, weekend hustle. So what you have to do if you want to play, and I suggest you play. Like if you ain't doing nothing, play. You might as well play. You might as well just get in the habit of playing. So what you want to do is go to Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance is everywhere. Yahoo Finance is like Google or something. Like Yahoo has been around forever. Their finance section has become very robust. So you go to Yahoo Finance, right? And then you go to a search function, right? Go to that search function. And let me do this while I want to talk. So you go to finance and you go to the discover search section. And then they have different sections for that you want to search for, right? So there's equity, crypto. Like there's so many things. Like I don't want to confuse you by telling you all the things you shouldn't need to know. Let's just tell you what you need to know. So you scroll down until you get to day gainers and losers. Day gainers and losers. Day gainers and losers. See, it's right there, right? Day gainers and losers, right? So then you're going to just pick something because it's already pre-selected for gainers, right? So you just click something underneath there, and it changes to this, right? Now, right here it says market cap, and by the way, you can do this on your computer too. It doesn't matter. This Yahoo Finance. Anyway, market cap intraday, right? Oh, yeah, that's what I want. So then I click on that and I get this, right? I get this. So this is important because it's got everything pre-selected. Mid cap, large cap, mega cap, all those things are selected except which one? The first one, small cap, small cap. So that's the one you want, small cap. You don't care about any of the rest of these. So you click on small cap and you uncheck mid cap, large cap, mega cap. See? Now my box is exactly opposite of what they offered it to me. And that's another way they try to get you. Don't let them get you. Don't let them get you. Right. So then you click save. Right. And now the 1 minute. Yes. And so now it's got the same things, but smaller. What's that word they use? I can't remember. So they have smaller things in terms of how much you want to pay per stock. Okay, so this is important because your usual stocks, the usual stocks that we usually talk about, like FANG and those stocks, you don't want those for this. Those stocks need to stay in the buy and hold section. Buy and hold. Buy and hold. Like that's it. Those few stocks save over there, right? But these These are very small. Like, you don't even need to know what the names are. You don't even need to know. Don't even know. According to Tim Sykes, you don't even know, right? So what you need to do is go through and see. You can see how quickly the 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 market cap changed. Like, it got much lower, much faster, right? So we got 2250. That's a lot. That's a lot for considering what we're doing now. Next one is 542. 542 is decent. Like, you want to find something in here that's $5 or less. $5 or less. Because you don't want to be messing around with stuff you don't know with lots of money. So 35, 27, nope. 15, nope. 12, nope. 20, nope. 19, nope. 12, nope. $7.99, nope. Nope. You're gonna stay right by 5. 9, 14, 514. 514. So there's a 1. There's COOH. Can you see that? And that's 514. So I just click follow for that one. All right. So anyway, so that's your first step. That's your first step. Just get in the habit of, on Friday, because really you're not supposed to do this until like 3 o'clock on a Friday, 3 p.m. on Friday. But you can get in early and check on the ones that are $5 or less and have a nice equity. So this one is $5. I just showed it to you. It's going 6.1. 6.1. That's pretty good. 6.1. 6.1 shooting up. So 6.1 is pretty good because it's going up 6.1%. Like, that's a good amount of money. So the way this works is you make your pick on Fridays at 3 o'clock. This is the last minute. The last minute, as my mom would say, the last minute. So you got to get it to the last minute for the end of the day on Friday. And then you got to open it on Monday. And then you got to take whatever it gives you in terms of how much it moved over the weekend. So you got to choose quickly. Like, you've got to, if you see it going up, you take the win. You just take the win quickly, right? And then if you see it going down, you save yourself the loss of anything further, right? Selling quickly. So we're talking about early stuff. So we're talking about this is the way I do it. So the stock market opens at 9:30, right? My show starts at 9:45. So I got 15 minutes. I got 15 minutes. That's all. That's all. So today at 3 o'clock, do what I just told you. And then on Monday, just do that, just 15 minutes. Just 15 minutes. And I'm telling you, those 15 minutes go by quickly. Because matter of fact, I should show you a picture. Well, I'll just explain it. So I had so Fee and I were jogging, right? And we were jogging late, and we were still jogging at 9:30. And I was like, oh man, all right, it'll be fine. So I checked the statute, and I looked in, and I was like, green. I was like, oh yes. So for those of you that are remembering this, green goes up and red goes down. Green goes up and red goes down, right? So they were green. I was like, oh, I'm about to sell out, right? And that's when I was on the street. By the time I got into my apartment, it was all red. I was like, oh, okay. So I have to do it quickly. You have to do it quickly, right? You got to do it quick. So, in other words, 15 minutes is way too much time. Like, 15 minutes is way too much time. Just look, and decide if you want to capitalize on your money or take a loss. And then that tiny little action is enough. Tiny little action is enough. So I'll keep talking about this. I know I missed some people. in terms of speaking about it. But I've been doing this for a while now. I've been doing this for a while, and seeing my barber, he played pool the way he did, really made me decide to go for it. Decide to go for it for real, for real. So this is what I'm doing for a stock market. The weekend hustle, the weekend hustle. That's my game, right? And I'm also doing forex. I'm doing forex separate from that. All right. So I was surprised that some of you got excited about the stock play. So now that you're interested, let's get it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So maybe we can even do one together or something. Maybe so. Maybe so. All right. All right. So now let me check and see what I got in terms of uh, uh, comments and see what we got. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. P King is saying a lot. I don't know if I can read all this. Yahoo Finance, yes. Search, yes. Okay. So she's explaining what you need to do. Let's go down to day gainers and losers. Pick something. Pick gainers. Right cat. Click on it. The top one is not pre-selected. Click on a small cap. Unselect the little ones. Yeah, yeah. So basically, she is giving me the rundown, what I was trying to say to you earlier, and hopefully you got it. But I will keep talking about it. I'll keep talking about it because my barber got me going. My barber got me going, so I'm fighting to win now. So I'm going to be talking to you guys about the stock, the Wednesday hustle. The Wednesday hustle. I'll be talking to you more about that as we go. All right, let's see what else. Uh-oh. I think we need a class on these just to keep steps will be helpful. All right. Oh, you know what? This might be another month of me giving you something. So anyway, I gave you the emergency fund 1 month, and next month I gave you the $1 stock market. And so this can be another one of those things, another thing, another course. Because yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, let me be clear now. I have not figured it out yet. But I'm telling you, the guy is legit. Tim Sykes, he's legit. I've done everything in a bit of research. He's legit. And so if he says he can make thousands of dollars on a weekend hustle, then that's it. I just need to figure out how. And so if you want to come with me, come on. Let's figure it out together. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm out of time. Let's see if there's anything else. Well, no, I'm out of time. Weekend strategy. He was giving me a new title, but I think I called it Weekend Hustle. I don't know. That's what I thought. I jumped into my head. All right. So that's what I got for today. This week. I didn't do anything extra for the extra day yesterday. I didn't do anything extra for the extra day. But there's also a day 366. There is a day 366. So that's what I'll do I'll do something big. Well, big-ish. Big-ish. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking me out. And hopefully you got something out of my weekend hustle talking about it. And yeah, if you want to know more about it, let's get to it. Because my barber ain't going to be the only person copping heads out here. I'm about to catch up with my barber because, man, he was playing to win. All right. So remember that now is better than perfect. Ashe.